Hello everyone, it's Carbs here, and today we're going to talk about Color Swap 1.1. I've got some new features here, such as being able to edit the A All column with the palette selection, a new Popout Swaps button, which will allow you to pop out the swaps if you have more colors than can fit on the screen. It also comes along with scroll bars as well, so you'll be able to, scroll down and whatnot. Works with the mouse. It's pretty nice. And we also have a selection of cells instead of using full layers. This will allow you to swap on selection of cells instead of using the full layers like the default here is. And you can also export those selected cells or add them to a new layer. Alright, if you've not seen Color Swap before, I'll go ahead and link the 1.0 overview video down in the description that covers all of the intricate features that there is here. But we're just going to talk about the unique features here and the new features for 1.1 in this video. Okay, so to get the plugin updated, just go ahead and download the new .Aseprite extension file. It'll look something like this, and you can simply double click it to install. You can also drag and drop it into Aseprite as well. Or you can go to Edit, Preferences, Extensions, and Add Extension. And you can navigate to the folder that you downloaded the file in. That also works as well. Okay, cool. So once we got that installed, go ahead and go up here to File, Color Swap, and you'll see 1.1 up here in the corner. Okay, so this first feature was requested by a couple users over on YouTube, and also in the comment section in the tool itself on itch. So Alano Garces and Seaour both requested this next feature. So being able to set the colors in the A column, which is the input colors, right? These are the colors that you are going to replace. So you're now able to do that. So if we go into our set column colors from palette selection, and let's say we set a couple colors here, so we can just go ahead and select these. And you'll notice now that there is a exclamation point on here, letting us know that we're about to change the colors. So if I turn this off, turn this back on, you see that the buttons actually change to let you know that there's a something different going on. So go ahead and refresh the colors to get them down here, and then we can click on A, just like you can on any of the other columns. So pretty cool. Okay, so the next feature here is the Popout Swaps button here. So this will go ahead and make a little floating dialog with all of our color swaps on it. And this one was requested from the Real Star Moses over on YouTube. And so we've got this implemented. They were looking for a way to do more than 16 colors. So I did actually increase the input and output colors to 25. And 25 might sound like a weird number, but basically the reason for 25 is if we scroll down here, you'll see that we have A through Z when we do our output colors. So if I go ahead and load this up, we'll pop this out. And this takes a little bit when you've got that many. It's it's a little bit chunky, but there we go. Okay, so if we scroll all the way over, you'll see that we go from A to Z. So I just thought that was a good number to keep the sort of scheme of our buttons here. But yeah, so you see that we can scroll down. We can scroll over with the little bars here. In case you have a lot of colors. You can also, I mean, if you wanted to full screen this, you definitely could. Maybe on a second monitor or something. Now keep in mind, this is a lot of colors for outputs. I think this is more so going to be useful if your input colors, is a lot. Like say if you're going to swap 25 colors, even just once, right? This is still very useful because now we can scroll down, up and down. So, and again, this window is resizable and whatnot. So then you can scroll with your mouse wheel. And then if you want to put the colors back in here, you can either hit the repin swaps like that, or you can just simply close it, and that'll put them back in here as well. Okay, so this next feature was requested by Mr. Brown Jeremy over on the YouTube comment section as well. They were looking for a way to just export Cels instead of the full layers. So the default functionality of color swap is it will replace the colors on on all the cells on the full layer. And that sometimes it's not ideal. Maybe you just want to do a selection of them. And I get it. So if we go ahead and enable the swap/export via cell selection, this will make it so that we only do the swapping and the exporting on the selection. If I go ahead and highlight this, let's say if we had just the idle that we want to actually export, we can do that, and then we can press on B, and that'll go ahead and just swap just there, right? So we've got idle, then we go into walk here, and it looks like it only swaps there, which is really good. And only that layer. Now this does work with multiple layers as well. So if I go ahead and undo this, if we select, say, these 3 layers, and I swap, it will do all 3 of them, right? So we've got here, but it doesn't go into here. So it's only in the idle, not the walk, the sit, and jump. And what's cool about that is we could just, you can come in here and you could be, maybe if you had 2 output colors, maybe you want to do a different color on, your walk animation or something like that. So you could do that. You could just go ahead and go do that. So we've got the green, we've got the pink here. So just as an example. And then, yeah, like I said, this actually does this on multiple layers. And then we don't have anything here. Same here, we're green. Nothing there. So that's pretty nice. Okay. So this also works now in groups as well. So we can, instead of selecting the layer, we can select individual cells as well for doing this. So if I highlight, say, this, right, all the layers in this group will now do the color swap here. So it'll go through each one of these just like it does with the full layers. So we'll go ahead, we'll hit B, and you'll see that up until that frame there, it does the color swap, right? And same on all these layers. So same deal there, same deal here, right? So this goes through and does all of them, which is pretty cool. It was actually quite a struggle to get it to go down through all the layers when you select a cell that has nothing in it. So yeah, so you can also export just a selection as well. Let me undo this again. And so what we'll do is, let's say if we just want to export the idle, we can go ahead and do that. So we can swap. So we'll swap, of course, but we'll also do exporting. So we'll enable that. So we'll do, let's do the pink here. So we'll go ahead and do that. I'll go ahead and do the swap and export. So if we open up our export folder now, and this keeps the folder structure, and then you see that our hair has just those 6 frames from idle. Now likewise, if we were to, let me just pin this for a second, and we'll go ahead and let's say if we wanted to do something like this, right? So we want the idle and then maybe like a couple frames of the walk. If we go ahead and do that, you'll see that the file is updated and it has the 6 frames and then the 4 frames for the second tag. It is important to note too that the exporting only does the tagged frames, so it skips over any of the blank or the ones that don't have any of these. So technically, if we come in here and we make this 8, there will be 2 empty spaces on the end of this as well. So like I said, if we do this and let's just go ahead and do the same export with the pink, you'll see that there's 2 extra spaces here. So any of the frames that are in the tag will now be included, which means that includes the blanks as well. So if you have a gap somewhere in your tag, that will be considered. So this also works with layers, right? So we can do all of these. Let's say if we wanted to export this selection on all of these layers, so we can do that. We'll go ahead and do B for green. So you see that we have the different selection. This goes ahead and exports. This also works with the groups of groups. So we could do all of our head, for instance, or if we wanted to do the entire thing. Let's say if we had something we wanted to color swap all the way down through all of our accessories here. You can totally do that. It just takes a couple extra seconds for sure. This also works with the export new layers as well, so we could do that. We can turn that on, and we could go ahead and let's say if we do our little selection here and we export this. It does just like it used to. It makes the new layer, so that has the green hair up until the point where it doesn't. Again, shoutouts to Lesma for giving me this this like Aseprite file to work with. This is her stream avatars like base file. I believe she's even got these over on her stores, so you should go check those out for sure. I think it's on her VGen possibly. I'll have to double check, but yeah, you should go check those out for sure, and you know, stop by her stream because she's actually got them on her stream already, so that's pretty cool. And it's just a good example. I mean, this is she has everything set up really well, where this is sort of the structure for stream avatars. So if you're working in stream avatars, this is a really good sort of structure for getting things working. Okay, so I think that's basically it. We've updated the help section here to include the new stuff as well. Cell selections here, and then I think the pop-out swaps is here. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, so that's color swap 1.1. And if you guys can get it over on itch, of course. Sorry, pick it up on itch.io. But yeah, anyways, that is going to be it for color swap 1.1. Make sure you go check it out, and yeah. Let me know what you guys think. And if you guys run into any issues or have any questions, let me know, and I will try and fix them up. So yeah, thank you guys so much. See you next time. Bye. Really need an intro, outro. My goodness, that's so awkward. Oh, jeez.